It's been described as the world's most neglected crisis. The unstable security situation in parts of Burkina Faso, caused by non-state armed groups, has led to at least 2 million people becoming internally displaced. Nearly 5 million people in the country are in need of humanitarian assistance, and about 800,000 are living in 23 towns under blockade, according to a new report by the Norwegian Refugee Council. The main reason for the neglect, the report says, is the reallocation of resources to Ukraine by donor partners and Western countries.
It's a question of geopolitics.
Experts say Africa's partners in the West act with their interests in mind.
Europe is never interested in Africa other than for extractive capitalism. If you look at the countries where you have a lot of European support, or Western support for that matter, you find that these are mineral-rich countries.
Other African countries on the list of neglected nations are the Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, Burundi, Cameroon, Mali and Ethiopia. A humanitarian official working along the border between South Sudan and Sudan says the impact of conflict on civilians has far-reaching effects.
People lose their properties, they are displaced from where they were used to be, and again, they are stressed and losing everything and moving into a new settlement or a new setting always come with a lot of conditions such as sickness.
But with most global humanitarian efforts focused on Ukraine, funding for humanitarian assistance to Africa has reduced. In Burkina Faso's case, for instance, in 2022, out of the $800 million in funding requested for humanitarian assistance, only $339 million was achieved. But African experts say countries on the continent can work together to avoid such scenarios.
The way forward is to delineate all those boundaries that we have within the continent and to speak with one voice. Kenya's President William Ruto has actually made a very bold statement. He's asked, in a recent conference, he asked that the member states of the AU surrender certain powers, to the continental bloc.
The report, titled Neglected Displacement Crisis 2022, analyzes 3 areas: funding, media attention, and international initiatives or lack thereof. African countries have their work clearly cut to avoid appearing in the next global list of neglected crises. Robert Nagila, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.